Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar event, What's Next for International Students in the U.S. First of all, we wanted to welcome you. I see that there are people who are our current students, and we also have some people from outside, so I wanted to welcome all of you. My name is Miranda Mueller, and I'm the Associate Director from the International Department. Before we get started, I want to show you a little bit around the screen. So right now, you should be able to see the slide that says, What's Next for International Students in the U.S. webinar event. At the top left-hand corner, you'll see an icon of a little person. This shows you all the people who are in the webinar right now. Looks like we have 17 people so far, so that's wonderful. Welcome, everyone. Right next to that little person icon is a little chat button. You can click here and feel free to enter any questions that you have in here or anything else. During the webinar, we will not be taking questions. We're going to save all of your questions for the end, but I promise that we will get to them. So if you have a question while we're speaking, you can just type it in the chat and we'll come back around to it at the end. So we are going to start by introducing ourselves. We'll turn on our videos just so that you can see who we are and know that we're real people and we're here to talk to you and support you. So hello, everyone. My name is, again, Miranda Mueller, and I'm the Associate Director. I work with scheduling for students as well as some student support services and overall structure of the program. So I'd love to introduce you to the rest of the team on the call. So if you guys wouldn't mind turning your cameras on and introducing yourselves.
Hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie. I work with the International Marketing Department, and I am also a student at MCC.
Oh, okay, finally. Hi, I'm Jihoon Do. I'm the DSO at Western Korea College. Nice meeting you all.
Hi, and this is Amy with International Admissions Manager.
Hi guys, my name is Camila. I am a student in the Business Administration, the associate.
All right, so that's everyone that's going to be on the call, so you can see our faces. We will be going over a couple different things during this webinar. The first one is recent ICE updates. So Jihoon Do, who is our DSO, will go over those. Then Stephanie and I will talk to you about how we support our students during these uncertain times. After that, Amy will come in and talk a little bit about the programs that we offer for F1 students. And finally, Camila and Stephanie will talk about their experiences as students at MCC. So I am really glad to have everybody on the call right now, and we'll get started.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about ICE updates. I know, as we're seeing the next slide, it's been confusing because in March, ICE says that, okay, you guys can take online class 100%. You don't have to be in class because we understand there's a virus going on out there and we want you to be safe. But in July, they changed their words and they say that you cannot take online 100% class anymore. You have to be in class, in-person courses. Otherwise, you will have to go back to your country. And in July, some universities complained about it. And on July 24th, I finally said that, okay, some of the students can take online class 100%, but some of you cannot. So it's been confusing. You might have been worried about it. And we actually have an actual guidance in the next two slides, so you can check them out after the webinar. We are going to send the whole presentation to you, so you don't have to memorize right now, but you can check the details after the webinar. But what I really want to do today with you and during the section is that to clarify what does it mean? What does guidance mean to you directly? So there are three scenarios. The first one, as you see, if you are current student, right? If you have already started your program with MCC and you have active status in civis, and then you basically don't really have to worry about anything. You can take either 100% online classes or either in-person classes when MCC changes the mode of delivery. You can take all the type of courses, so you don't have to worry about it. You can maintain your status while you're taking, for example, fall 2020, or maintain your status while you're taking 100% online courses. The next scenario is that you are a new student, but you are not inside the US. You are probably in your country and you're planning to take the courses in the future, such as 2024. If that's the case, unfortunately, you will not be able to take 100% online courses and you will have to wait until MCC has some in-person courses or at least hybrid, which means a partially online and partially in-person. But you don't have to worry about it. We will let you know. We will send you an email. Probably we will call you when we are ready to offer in-person classes for you. So stay in touch. And third scenario is that you are a new student. However, you're already in the United States. Maybe you've been taking some courses at other schools, but you want to transfer to MCC. Maybe you want to change your status, or maybe you already applied for it and your status has been changed to F1. If that's the case, everything is basically the same as current student. So you can take online courses 100%, or you can take hybrid. It doesn't really matter. So you'll be fine. Just maintaining your F1 status, taking courses in whatever type of delivery, 100% online, hybrid, in person, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I hope it clarified it for you. So that's what the guidance means to you. So if you have any questions, you can ask as many questions as you want at the end of the webinar during the Q&A section. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jihoon. I know that we've definitely had several questions from students about, what does the ICE guidance mean for me and what I can do. Overall, the most important thing for us is that we support our students during these uncertain times. And I want to take a little bit of time to let you know how exactly we are doing that. So we'll go through a couple different options, and I'll also work with Stephanie, who will talk a little bit about how we support students both during this surprise pandemic and during regular times as well. So the first thing is that we are offering online courses right now in the virtual classroom. So the environment that you're in right now for this webinar is the virtual classroom. So as you can see people face to face. There are multiple people that can be on the screen at the same time. So you will still be able to build a community and have face-to-face instruction online. We also will continue to offer our high quality instruction. We have our ESL program that is accredited by CEA, which is the same accrediting body that accredits several colleges and universities' ESL programs across the country and even across the world. The other interesting thing about our programs is that all of our ESL instructors have a master's degree or higher. In our Associate in Business program, Most instructors have a master's degree and they are taught by professionals in the field. So if you are going to be pursuing a degree in marketing, you will see somebody who knows how it is right now as a marketing manager, for example. We also understand that during the coronavirus, several of our international students, not just at MCC, but also around the world, have experienced financial difficulty. It could be because their sponsor is lost their job due to the pandemic. Other students have found that their currency back in their country has been devalued as a result of this. We understand that students have several different financial situations. So one of the things that we do offer is an affordable tuition for the kinds of programs that we offer. The other thing is we offer payment plans for our students. Whether you are in our ESL program or our VESL program or in our associates, we do have payment plans for our students. The other thing is that there are, since we're having online courses, we know that not everybody has a laptop, or maybe they don't have a laptop with a webcam or with a working microphone. So we have a laptop loan program for students to be able to accommodate and meet you where you are. We also have ebooks this term, and these ebooks will be included in your tuition price, so you do not need to pay an additional fee for your texts. In terms of communication, we know that that's very important, and we do send information about our scholarships for international students, both internal scholarships, and if we see a scholarship that is being offered to international students outside of MCC, then we forward that to our students as well. And we send updates about local aid for Chicago residents. Most recently, we worked with the Chicago Resiliency Fund, who was offering a financial assistance to people who did not qualify for the stimulus package. And we referred several students to them to get financial support during that time. So we're not only in touch with our community at MCC, we are from Chicago. And so we reach out to our Chicago community too, to see how we can help you integrate and support you through the city as well. Finally, staying connected is so important for us. This is not the first webinar that we've hosted, and we are really making an effort to stay in touch with our students. When the ICE update came out in June, the same day or the day after, we immediately emailed our students to clarify any kind of confusion that they might have had, because we know that it's important to get information from an official source. We also know that when you are a little bit anxious with the current situation, that it's important to get quick email responses from school officials. So we make sure that we respond to students quickly within 24 to 48 hours. We also offer academic advising by email, phone, or video chat. And with that academic advising is helping students to see past where they are right now. We love having our students here, but we understand that many of our students will move on to do bigger and greater things. So we also offer academic advising post MCC. We talk a little bit about our partnerships with other universities in the Chicagoland area. You can see on this slide that there are the list of our university partners. Some of these partners offer scholarships. Some of them offer English language proficiency waivers for students that complete our advanced ESL program. And then we have others that will accept some of the associate in business courses as transfer credits into their own bachelor's and master's programs. So the other thing that we are really proud of is supporting our students through student life. And who better to talk about that than Stephanie, who is our social media and activities coordinator.
Thank you, Miranda. Hello, everybody. Well, welcome one more time. It's so nice to see you here. I can see, as Miranda says, some people that we know. And for everybody else, well, welcome. Hopefully we'll see you soon in MCC. So again, my name is Stephanie. I am a student, but I am also working in the international marketing department in MCC. I work in the events coordination, and I also work in the social media department. So I just wanted to talk to you today about a little bit what it's to be a student in MCC. So one of the things that I like the most, and it's one of the things that made me stay with MCC, is like how diverse the school is. Like this is just talking beside everything that is academic related. This is just something beside. It's a school that is really diverse. I remember when I was in English classes in MCC, I had friends, or I made friends from every part of the world, like everywhere. MCC counts with around 15 nationalities. And sometimes you say, it's like, well, that's not that many. But whenever you see them, or whenever you start to know them, especially whenever we made the Festival of Cultures, you can see like this is, wow, how so many. And it's cool to know people from everywhere who speak other languages, who have a different culture, and who have different like custom than ourselves. So besides living in the US and studying in the US, it's really nice to meet people from everywhere. It's like the whole world meets in MCC. So besides that, not only knowing people from all around the world, you become part of a community, like the MCC community. You feel like that you belong to the school. You're part of something else too. And whenever you're part of something else too, I mean, like whenever you attend to activities, either outside or inside the campus, you meet people in the hallway, in the lunchroom, and you get to know everybody. You get to know people in the front desk, people who work in there, your instructors. You build relationship with everybody in there, and it's like very filling. Other thing that makes me feel very into the school or into the community is the International Student Club, which holds a lot of activities and also a lot of meetings, like the Conversation Club and so on. So we do have some, as I said before, I work with the organization of events inside and outside the school. So some of the things that we do, and especially right now, we're hosting a lot of virtual events with everything that is happening. We don't want to just feel like you make us feel, or you feel that you are like just a part of everybody. We still like want to be in touch with all the students. So that's why we're holding a lot of virtual activities, which what I love the most is like a lot of the students are the ones who are hosting the activities. It's not like not only me now organizing and hosting events, it's also other students involved. For example, we have had in the past months workout sessions like kickboxing, yoga. We have had other type of classes like photography classes and so on. And it's nice to see students or current students leading this. For example, the kickboxing class, it was one of our students who lead it, since she happened to be the world champion in kickboxing. That's amazing. She's a student in MCC. She's from Mongolia, and that was fantastic what she did with the class. Also, we are hosting conversation clubs every other week with guests like native speakers who come with us and help us to improve our listening and speaking skills, because it's not only learning what is on the book or learning classes. It's also practicing, and as much as you practice, you're gonna get better and better. So, and it is also a safe place for students, for us to get to know each other, to see that we are still there for each other and we can just talk and express ourselves. It's a really nice space, and I love to see everybody from MCC joining every 2 weeks in there. Also, we have other activities. In the past, we have host museum visits. Chicago is a city that has like so many museums and so many things to do. It's a city that you can enjoy no matter the weather, no matter the time, and even no matter how much you want to spend, because we try to do, and what we do is like try to just get as much as free events as we can do. And if it's going to be something paid, like going to a baseball game or a basketball game, we try to go for the best deals, because we're always in groups, and then they give us better rates. So then we pay way less to go to see a baseball game, for example, than if you go by yourself. And also you get to have fun with other people, even if you don't know them. You can just start making new friends and talking. Everybody's really open to talk and to make new friends. It's awesome. We've been in touristic places in Chicago. We've been I don't know, we go to Millennium Park, we go to the touristic things, we go to Navy Pier, we go to the festivals, movies at the park, and so on. Chicago, as I said, has a lot to offer. So I wanted to show you some examples of the virtual activities that we have hosted recently. As you can see here on the PowerPoint, this is some of the reposts from our students whenever they were attending to the virtual event. First to the left, you can see the yoga session. Then we had a movie night where everybody joined one virtual classroom like this one, and we watched a movie together. We watched like a Chicago classic. It was fantastic, and we were commenting the movie and talking about it. Then we had a workout session. Eduardo, he's one of our students, and he was leading the workout session, and we were all working out together. It was fantastic. Then we had a special guest hosting a photography class, teaching us how to better edit your pictures with your phone. You don't need anything professional, something like a student will use all the time. And then we had the kickboxing class, which was like one of my favorites. It was so nice to work out with one of the students. This is also, I wanted just to remind you that this was all free. This has no cost, and is all welcome for, and all the students from MCC are welcome to join. I wanted to show you also some of the pictures of the events that we have hosted in the past. As I say, we have been going to museums. Like you can see there, we went to the Shed Aquarium. In the middle, you can see the Field Museum. It was awesome. It was a really nice thing to do together. Sometimes we have like a bunch of students joining us. Sometimes it's smaller groups, but that's fantastic too, because we get to know each other like a little bit faster. We go to festivals like the Fall Festival. We go to the parks like Millennium Park, the museum campus, and so on. And we also do events inside the school, like the St. Patrick's celebration, or the Halloween celebration, Valentine's, Thanksgiving, and so on. And so we get to celebrate inside the school. You can see people after classes joining in a common area. We eat together, we play some games, we celebrate. It's really fun. And as I said before, we also have like some paid events, like going to a basketball game that you can see in the very back, a picture of everybody from MCC who went to watch the Bulls game, the basketball team in Chicago. It was awesome, and it was really cheap too to go. Everything else that I just mentioned was free, and we went together as a community, as a group, as MCC students. So I am so happy to be part of MCC as a student and also as a worker. And well, just related to this, if you guys have any questions, at the very end, me and my friend Camilla, we will answer everything about being a student in MCC.
Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Stephanie also leads all of our activities. So, you know, she's the one that goes out and organizes all the events and brings everyone together. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. So we'll see you again later at the end of the webinar for a little Q&A. But for now, Amy Whitworth, who is our international admissions manager, is going to talk to you about some of the programs that we offer for our F1 students.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, just got paused a little bit. Okay, what am I going to do here? I'm going to let you know about our wonderful programs here at MCC. Okay, we have the two big branch. It's under MCC, so we have the language training program, and we do have the associate of appliance science. And in that category, we have separated into two things. It's under business and under the healthcare. So under the business, I think we all know about that we have the business administration, accounting, and marketing. And for the healthcare, we do have the program down at the list there. If you guys are interested, please let me know. Okay, let's go back to the language training first. Okay, we do have 4 programs in there. So we have the English as a second language, and we do have vocational English as a second language, and we do have the English for healthcare for people, who have the background in the medical field and want to improve their English. And we do have the newcomer, the post-advanced ESL. All right, let's move to the next one. All of our programs are the ESL program that are accredited by the CEA. I think that Miranda mentioned it already, So we have 7 levels in total for our language training programs. How do we know what level is the best fit for you? So you need to take the placement test, and then the score will tell us what is the comfortable level for you. So we don't want to put you into the harder level, the difficult level for you to understand or to study, or we don't want to put you into the easy level that you know pretty much everything about it. So we want you to be comfortable to study. Okay, so that's why we need to take the placement test. You can study in the ESL program English as a second language from the level 1 to level 6, and for the post-advanced one or newcomer is the level 7. So that is the combination. If you see from the scale, you can see the level 7, we have 2 branches in there. So it's the English English for academic purposes and professional English. Okay. And what about the VESL? The vocational as English as a second language. So you need to take the placement test score. If it put you into the level 5, C1, you'll be eligible to join vocational English as a second language already. Okay, so what is the vocational English, as a second language? This program will fit for you if you would like to gain the vocab that will help you for work experience. So it will help you to learn more about words that you will put on the report, or you will do the presentation to the company or to your colleague. So that will help you a lot. Is designed to help you to use the English in the workplace. So this is really awesome. So you will be able to learn about the skill of doing presentation, to make a report, to write the report, all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's move. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the new program that we just launched. Okay, so the post we call is the post advanced, because it's post the advanced level of the ESL. So like I said, I mentioned to you earlier that we have 2 branches. Okay, so we have the post-advanced. The first one is called English for the academic purposes. So what is it all about? You need to at least finish the advanced level, which is a C2, or you need to take the placement test that put you into the C2 level to be eligible to study into this program. So the courses that you are going to study is going to be the TOEFL preparations, the IELTS preparation, and the understanding of U.S. culture. So you will study pretty much 2 subjects per term, you know? All right, so let's go to the next one. This one is the advanced professional English. So this is the hardcore. This is the same thing that you will study 2 subjects per term. And this one will pretty much help you if you're planning to go for a college afterward. So if you will learn more about like well, for the professional English, for example, like professional English is pretty much going to help you to like know how to write the paper. It will pretty much help you with that, and you will learn about the business writing, which is going to be good for you when you write paper, when you join the college as well. All right, let's move. So what the requirement that we need from you? You need to be at least 18 to be eligible to join the ESL program. But what if I'm 17 and in the next 6 months I'm going to turn 18? Is that possible for me to join? Yes, of course. But we will need your guardian, your parents to, sign the paper with you that your parents, they are allowed you to study with us. And you need to at least have the high school diploma. So you need to finish high school, basically. Okay, and you need to do the placement test. And you need to show us the proof of fund that you will be able to stay in the US for 1 year at least, when you will first apply. And the total of the cost that you need to show the school is $11,800. I'm sorry, I'm back. I got kicked out somehow. So if you want to bring your loved one with you to the US, or you want to just got married somehow and want to add your wife and your kids, to the, okay, then I'm still in. Want to add your wife and your kid, you need to add into the total of the minimum requirement of 3,000 per dependents. So if, for example, if you have 2 F2, that means you need to add 6,000 to the 11,900 to be eligible for the DSO to issue your I-20 for you and your F2. Okay, that's basically it for the minimum requirement for. And also we will need the rest of the document, which our admission counselor will more than happy to help you out with all the questions you have. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Now we were talking about the business degree program. So we will talk about the Associate of Appliance Science in Business. Okay, so in this one we have 3 branches, so we divided into 3 wonderful programs. So I will call it the BAM program, to make it sound catchy, because we have the business administration program, accounting, and marketing. So that's why I call it BAM, just make it catchy. Okay, so this program is kind of a little starter for you if you want to do it for now and then have plan to go for college later on. So you will study at the affordable price, for the first 2 years, and then join the university to get the bachelor afterward. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so what is this program, that you need to know? This program is accredited and approved for you guys, for an F1 international student. The program is going to last you for 2 years. So you will study 5 terms in total, and you will study for 80 weeks. And the good things about this, you will study like 2 times a year, winter, and then you will have a summer off for yourself to do whatever that you would like to do. And then you will come back to study in the fall again. So it's going to be like this every single term. So this associate associate degree gave you summer off to reward yourself for your hard work, for your hard study. We have two schedules available. So if you happen to work for your CPT during the day, we do have the night schedule available for you as well. Or if you can do during, you cannot like no, I cannot do at night. So we have the day schedule for you as well. So just whatever that's convenient for you. So let your counselor know. Let your advisor know when you're gonna enroll for the program. Okay, so now we're going to learn about the business program. So when I'm going to talk about this program, I just want to talk about two things, okay? So I just want to talk about what are you going to study for this program, and how is it going to help you out with your career ladder. So it's important to know, like, if I finish this, what am I going to get for it? What's my career going to go? What do you think this program going to help me out getting the job? I think that was the most important questions when you want to know when you decided to study something, right? Okay, so the program that you're going to study for the business program, it's pretty much going to teach you to be a generalist. You're going to learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're going to learn about marketing, finance, accounting, human resources management, all of that you're going to learn. So you're not going to focus into something, but you're going to be a generalist. You're going to learn about this and that, so you can become a manager for the small firm, the small business. Definitely you can handle that if you graduated, if you study into this program. Now we're going to move to accounting. So first thing first, I need to say, if you want to enroll into the accounting programs, I think you should be a person who like to study math and love numbers, because you're going to be dealing with that like a lot. What are you going to study? You say you need to study the principle of accounting, all of the math thing that will come to your way. And what are you going to get after you graduate from this program, right? If I want to find a job, do you think if I graduated associate degree, can I find a job? Of course. If you would like, you might starting with to become an AR or AP, account receivable, account payable at this company, at the small firms or whatever to help you out. And your eventually goal, maybe if you would like to be a CPA and have the business of yourself, the CPA, what is the CPA? Sorry, I keep saying that. The CPA is the Certified Public Accountant. So yeah, so you can pretty much have your own firm, do it at home, work at home, doing tax for business. I mean, like I used to be a manager at the restaurant prior that before. I work with the CPA that I know, and I talk with him, because sometimes he get things to me like kind of late. So I'm asking him. He was like, "Yeah, I work about 100 business at the time per year." I was like, "Oh my, that's a lot," So just somehow something for you to know that for accounting, there's the pathway for you to have your own business later on, and do things that you like at home. So, all right, next we're talking about marketing. So who is best for the marketing? I mean, like actually it fit for everyone. One thing that I like about marketing a lot is just like you can be yourself. You can just put your imagination, your ideas into work, because there's no right and wrong for marketing. It's just trial and error, pretty much. So you need to try to see whether what is going to be like. What do you think that it's best? You need to study a lot of things for this marketing program. So what do you need to do? You need to pretty much you will learn from this is you will learn about the research, planning, consumer behavior with changing a lot, it's changing day by day. Seriously, we never know. And you will learn how to pick out the best thing from the social media to help you out for the job. It's really important. So, okay, next, what are you going to do after you graduate for this program? You can pretty much doing any type of business there. They need marketing, they need sell, they'll help you out. And another wonderful things that came from the three programs is you are eligible to do the CPT and the OPT of the work. So what the CPT? So the CPT is the curriculum practical training, which come with the program, allow you to work during the time that you study. We want you to put the good use of your experience and your education that you learn from us into work. So we want you to be able to try it in the US environment. So if you gain this experience, it's gonna help you a lot. So when you come back home and say, hey, I have experience working in the US, isn't it? So that's gonna help you a lot. And then, like I said, you're gonna learn, to know how about the US business as well, how we'll do things here. Okay, so you are eligible to start your CPT on the second terms of the program. So like I mentioned earlier, you have 5 terms, right? So you will start on the second term. So you will have 4 terms, 4 full terms to work with the CPT. And then after, I'm sorry. So you can do 2 type of the CPT. So you can do either part-time, which is up to 20 hours per term, or you can do the, what's it called? Full-time, 40 hours per week, so yeah, you can see it's from the slide. And then, that's and then after that's a plus. After you graduated the program, you are eligible to apply for the OPT, optional practical training. Okay, so this one is not up. For the CPT, the DSO will authorize you to work. You need to work with the DSO before the term start in order to start your CPT. Okay, so Jihoon, I'm more than happy to help you out, and he's great with this thing. Okay, so like I say, after you graduated with the program, this time you are not talking to Jihoon anymore. You need to send your documents and everything to USCIS, and they're going to authorize you later on and let you know you're going to get an EAD card to work for 1 full year, no school involved at all whatsoever. All right, next. What the requirement for you to join this program? The same thing as the ESL. You need to be at least 18 years old, and you need to at least graduate in high school, and you need to take the entrance exams. Okay, so there's 2 things that you need to do. You need to pass the math, arithmetics, and you need to pass the reading comprehension. Just 2 things. And then send everything to us, admissions team. The proof of fund that you need to show us is $14,000 per academic year. All right, and then if you have the dependents, like I already mentioned, this time the dependent is $4,000 per person. Okay, so if you need to know the exact number, feel free to reach out to admission counselor. We're here to help, with all the questions you have. Alrighty, up to the end. So I will transfer this back to Miranda.
All right, thank you so much, Amy. So if you are not a current student and you're looking to enroll with us, or if you are a current student and you want more information about some of our programs, please reach out to our admissions department. I have the email address at the end of this webinar, but if you want to remember, it's just international@mccollege.edu, and we'll transfer you to an admissions counselor. We have admissions counselors who speak several different languages. We have people who speak English, Spanish, Thai, Mongolian, Spanish, and several others. So we will be there to work with you and help you on that. So now we've come to the last stage of our webinar, where we're going to do a question and answer session with our MCC students. So we have Camila and Stephanie who are on the call. So if you guys wanted to turn your videos on so we can ask you a couple questions. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, wait, let me see. Oh, hi, I'm back.
There you are. Camila, I think you're muted.
All right. I'm still getting aided to technology, guys. So
There we go. Well, Camila, you want to introduce yourself a little bit and
yeah,
tell everyone who you are?
yes. Hi, guys. Well, my name is Camila, and I'm from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro City. I can't miss that. And yeah, I first came here to United States as an au pair in 2017, and I completed my program in October 2018. And yeah, and then I decided to, to transfer to a student status. So yeah,
Thanks. And we're so happy to have you.
thank you.
So Stephanie, you kind of already introduced yourself, but maybe do you want to introduce yourself as a student and say kind of your pathway with MCC?
Yes. Hi, everybody. My name again is Stephanie. I am from Venezuela. I came as a student in 2015. I entered to the U.S. as an international student F1 visa holder, and I've been studying in MCC since 2018. And I also work with the school, as I said before.
Yeah. So I have a couple questions that I'm hoping you could answer. The first one is for Camila, and I was wondering if you could explain what made you want to take classes at MCC.
Yeah, so the first thing was, of course, the price that I was so appealing to me. Was like, a really affordable price, even though I was, I got us, my host family decided to sponsor me, but I was, looking for a good education that could not be so heavy for them. And yeah, NECC, offered that really well. And what made me stay, that what made what I would say attract me to as the AMCC, and what made me stay at AMCC, I would say, it's just like, yeah, like Stephanie was so accurate when she say about the diversity in the school, and that it's something that I don't know, it's just like it's something that I want to see. It's also is like so it's remind me, of course, about Chicago in general. It is a diversity city, but see all of the nations, those nations together. It's so unique, and I think that is what it's really made like come and stay at MCC for those two main reason, I would say.
Yeah, because you were first in the VESL program, and then you transferred into the Associate in Business program, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Great. Thanks. So the next question is for Stephanie. You started in the ESL program, and so that is focused on, your language and preparing you for a college or university setting. So how do you feel like your language improved after taking the ESL classes, and how did that prepare you for the associates that you're in now?
So yes, I was looking for a place where I could improve my English. I kind of like had some knowledge about the language before, but I was looking for a place that not only was preparing me or just like I was going to study. I was looking for a place that it was challenging for me in order to learn English. Not only about learning certain stuff like just grammar or just reading. Like MCC covered all the subjects that I was looking for, and all the subjects that I was looking for to improve my English skills. Like it's not only they will teach you on a board this and this. No, they will teach you like it's everything. It's reading, it's listening, speaking, grammar. It's everything. They compound everything together, and it's all the skills that I needed in order to go and move forward to a more like academic career. And that was other stuff. Another thing too that MCC English, after you pass the beginner levels, it becomes more academic all the time, which is really good if you're looking to go into the university pathway.
Great. Yeah, thanks. We use a method called the communicative approach, which just means that our teachers try to facilitate production of our students. So it's the students talking and producing more than the instructor. So that definitely makes sense. Thanks. Great. So Camilla, the next question's for you. You are in the associate degree program, and I think some people on the call might want to know a little bit about, how did that step up from the ESL to an associate's degree happen? And then, is just simply put, is it hard? And how are you dealing with that kind of change?
Yes, I would say, nothing's hard, that you cannot do it. Because here's the thing, like, of course, there's a lot of assignments to do, and it's academic life. I mean, those academic courses, I mean, prepares you to, to life, right? That you have to deal with commitment, and you really dedicate your time to do it. I wouldn't say it's hard, because that comes, like a heavy word, like, it's like, oh, it's really difficult or something like that. It's challenge, but challenge you for better. When the teacher gave you the assignments, like, guys, you will be fine. I trust you guys. And also MCC gave us the insight to complete the job. So that's really good. So, and then, yeah, it's been challenging, but you know what? All the time when I deliver the assignment, I feel like, yeah, I feel proud of myself. I'm just like, yeah, I did it, that thing. So that's what it's something like nice about this program. Of course, it's not like the VSL. The VSL was amazing as well. Like, gave me, it's English, but more for a business setting. It was like really interesting and good. But of course, was like, I would say the associate programs being more challenged, but it's helped me a lot. I don't even have words to describe how the business program has helped me. Again, not just not talk about my academic life, but my life in general. It's being like helping me be, like have commitment with even small things in life. You know what I mean? So it's been really nice.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that, Camilla.
Yeah.
Well, Stephanie, I'm going to ask you a question that kind of goes off of that. I know that Camila was saying that it's, it gives you the challenges to prepare you for life. So I'm wondering, what are your plans after you finish the associate program?
So after I finish the associate programs, there are some options that I could take. Everything depends on how like things goes. But for sure, the OPT will be one of the things that I'm considering the most after my marketing degrees ends. I mean, it can be either the OPT or just transfer to and finish the whole career and make it a bachelor degree. It's like in between both. Everything depends on the time, but I don't know. I love studying. I've been studying since forever, since before I left Venezuela. I like study, and I've been involved with the educational business, working and studying for so long, and I like it. I'm so passionate. So everything depends on what the opportunities are at the moment, but I'm really open to either continue my studies or go into the more like professional and working environment, more like going to a full OPT.
Nice. Camila, what about you?
Yeah, I think I relate to Stephanie. The OPT, it's I think it's the CPT, right? What comes first? Just so I'm saying the right thing. I think it's the OPT or CPT. Sometimes I get confused with both. But yes, yeah, this is my main goal after finish, and then also transfer for you know, the certain university that has partnership with MCC to to get my bachelor in HR management. And yeah, my goal is work as an HR consultant. So yes, this is my plan for now. And like just like Stephanie said, depend of the time and how the situation is gonna be, that time by then. But yeah, I have these goals like already right down. So
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, well, we're doing what we can to get you in as well. Um, so, one last question that I have for Stephanie um, is about you as a student worker. So, for those of you who are on the webinar right now, we do have several students who are employed at MCC. We like to offer these opportunities for our students because as F1 students, you are allowed to work on campus. We will send updates about that on our Facebook and Instagram. And so, Stephanie, I'm wondering if you could talk about how did you get hired in the first place, and then what it's been like to work at MCC.
Sure. So I got hired, as you said. I saw the announcement on the social media, on MCC social media. I was very lucky. I feel like I was very lucky because I was just starting to study at MCC. So it's basically, it was a change that I made. Like, it was a change that it was made at the same time. I was just a new student, and also I was a new worker too. I saw the advertisement in social media, like the post that they were looking for somebody who could lead the events, managing the events, and working on the social media department, the marketing department. And I felt I could be a good candidate because of my journalism background. And also, I do have a special love for this city. I was dreaming to come to Chicago since forever. And since the day one I arrived, I've been either exploring the city, writing about the city, filming the city. It has been everything about the city. So I felt I could be a good candidate to fill the position in because I could give all the students the whole experience about Chicago. So after a couple of interviews, that was something different too for me, because going into an interview for a U.S. position or a position in the U.S., it's way different than what I did before. So meaning before in back in my home country. So it was a good experience. And also when I got hired, first I was so proud, and then it was the same, the how to adapt myself to work in the U.S. environment. It has helped me a lot because I've learned since from the smallest things, like writing an email, which is totally different than going into meetings or working or adapting to a different lifestyle. So I feel very grateful, and it has been such a good experience for me. And I love seeing students happy to enjoying the city as much as I do.
Yeah, and we're so happy to have you. Stephanie, well, I've already sung her praises before about how great she is in activities, but she also works with another one of our student workers on our social media. So if you send us a DM on Instagram or Facebook, then she and Nicole, who also work with us, they are the ones that respond. So you're really getting a good feel for what the school is and who we are. So I think that is pretty much it for our Q&A. Do you guys want to end with a couple words that you want to say to students who are thinking about coming to MCC or thinking about changing programs? Camila?
yes. So in general, MCC have been support its students, especially with COVID situation. And also these immigration, orders that, like in the beginning we heard that, oh yeah, we can do the 100% online from home, and then no, you should go back on campus. And was just 1 week, I remember, since the president he announced the new order. And then 1 week after, he just say, okay, I will step back, you guys can continue studying from home in the fall. But this 1 week was the most stressful week in my life as an international student, because I didn't know what was about to happen. And I was kind of like praying, it's just like, guys, just some prayer. And then kind of really worried about my future. And you know immediately MCC, the administration, sent an email, and then, hey guys, just hang in there, everything's gonna be all fine, kind of like give us the support that we need at that time, because we didn't know, and we also were like a little anxious about. And then of course we want to know about the school, what we're going to do now, should we stay, should we go, or and then you know you know that your school or on your side is with you, right? Like going through the same thing, it's so supportive. And I also can, like, it is a relief, I would say, right? So for now we are okay. And then what I would like to say for you guys is just like, come, and then yeah, expect challenge, but challenge that you make you better. So challenge that you will overcome, right? So, and then because you have people, professors, people that you stand by your side to help you overcome any challenge that you might face. So that's what I would like to say in general. So
Okay, can I say something too? Thank you. Well, I mean, I said a lot. I praise a lot about this school, not because I work there and I study there, but I feel it's basically I like if you want to come to the U.S. or you are here in the U.S. and you are looking seriously for the full package of, like the international student experience in the U.S. This is one of the schools that it will offer to you, because it's not only about affordability. Because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes even you say like, well, I don't know if it's affordable. Probably the quality of education is not really good, but it's fantastic. Like it's by own experience, it's fantastic. Like most of the most that I know, or what I know about English language, is thanks to MCC, and also about like just life. It has helped me to grow as a person, not only in the education field or as or professionally talking either. Also, it's also as a person, as a human being, as learning from others, as being there. I think if you want to be or you want to have the whole international experience, is this one.
that's right.
Well, before you guys make me cry, I want to really thank you for giving your feedback. I I can't tell you how much we appreciate our students and love that you're here with us. Um, with that, I think that we will field any questions that you have. I saw one question in the chat that we can answer. So Stephanie, Camilla, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Sure.
All right, so I'll first answer the question from Anna Carolina. So her question was, do you offer scholarships for ESL students? So we do not have scholarships for ESL students, but we do offer a scholarship for students who start out in our ESL program and then move into our associates program. So let's say you start taking classes at MCC in ESL or in our post-advanced or our VESL program. If you're an MCC student and you decide to transfer into our associates program, there is a scholarship opportunity for you, and you would need to complete an application. You need to be in good academic standing, so have good grades, and also good in good standing with our business office as well. Let's see. And The next is from Santiago. And I think, Jihoon, this might be a question for you. If I would like to return to the country for the next term, will I have any problem with the government?
So next term means 2024, I guess, because it's also talking about returning to Chicago next January. So for next term, with the current guidance and with the current operational decision we made, you will be able to go back to your country and taking classes there as long as you are following all the other regulations as usual. Because we are offering online 100%, so that should be fine. However, if there's another guidance from ICE and if that tells us that to open in person, then you will have to come back to Chicago to be in class to maintain your F1 status and just keep being a student. So that's the answer for 2024. However, I am not really sure about the next year, January, because it's a little bit far away from now to talk about it, just and give you a definite answer. Things can change in the future, so we will have to see how things go as we are going through the 2024 term. So unfortunately, I cannot really give you a definite answer about that question.
True, and there's going to be record that you left that you're leaving the US, anyway. You know what I mean? When you get in and out, we have the record of you get in and out the country. So we cannot guarantee that it's not going to be a problem at all. That's what you're trying to say.
Okay, so our next question is from Gustavo, who is one of our current accounting program students. So hello and welcome to the webinar. The question is about discounts or special prices planned for tuition. That is something that would come from our business office, and any kind of changes in pricing or discounts would come directly from them. So I'll wait another minute or so if anybody has any more questions. We'd be happy to answer. Okay. A question from Marjan. Hi. I think Jihoon, you can speak to this one.
Yes, sure. So as we know, OPT is something that you can apply after you complete your program. So you will have 60 days after the completion of your program, and when you apply for OPT, whether it's approved or not, the USCIS will send you a letter with their decision and instructions for you to follow. They might give you additional window to transfer out to other schools. So basically it depends on the USCIS decision and how they want to instruct you with your F1 status. But the short answer to your question will be yes. So being rejected for OPT doesn't mean that automatic termination of your status. So you should be fine.
All right, the next question is from Mumuni. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. The question is if the fall term will be online for ESL. We are sending an official email about that later this week, but yes, we will be having our courses for ESL online. To kind of elaborate on that a little bit, a lot of our decision is based on the Illinois Department of Public Health as well as the Chicago Department of Public Health. A lot of the decisions that we make are based on kind of what Chicago Public Schools decides to do. Right now, the cases are increasing slightly, so we are following those closely and following guidance from our governmental regulations. And Chicago Public Schools has decided to go 100% online for the fall, even though they had talked about doing a hybrid method. So we wanted to be in line with the rest of the educational institutions in the city of Chicago, and we have made the decision to go online. All right. Are there any other questions? If not, then I think that will be the end for us. I do want to encourage you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, especially. We are doing a project on student testimonials right now, so you can see a lot of your fellow students or current MCC students who are enjoying their time at MCC and enjoying their time in Chicago and kind of seeing their stories. We also talk about things that you can do in Chicago and announce our virtual activities. We may be offering socially distanced activities. It's a possibility, any kind of information like that. Also, on-campus employment opportunities are listed on our social media accounts. We also have a YouTube and LinkedIn, and our website is at the bottom, of course. We will send this webinar to everybody, so if you missed something, you can watch it again, or you can read everything on the slides. So please reach out to us, and we are very grateful to have you here. Amy put on the box over there in the public chat the phone number for our admissions team. So if you are thinking about taking a course with us at MCC, please give us a call. We would love to hear from you. And other than that, we're here to answer any questions. So thank you very much. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.